Hi everyone, it is time to talk about the new Noteworthy release of the month. And this time I'll be talking about Noteworthy release for the month of May. I'll be spotlighting 6 books. And last month I posted about Noteworthy release for the month of April, and many of you are very happy with the idea that I separate this from my SFF Spotlight videos. So I'm going to do that every month. And this month I have 6 books to spotlight. And again, just like the previous video, I'm going to go through this chronologically. And for the first one, on the 6th of May, this is for Brighter Than Scale, Swifter Than Flame. I believe that's the title, by Neon Young. So this one is a novella, and honestly, this got into my attention just simply because of the absolutely gorgeous cover art by Tran Nguyen. I mean, take a look at that. As far as composition and also typography design, I think it is beautiful placement, and because of that, I decided to check out the book. And it seems like from the premise and the blurb, this one has been pitched as She Who Became the Sun meet Mandalorian with dragons. So this is the blurb of this novella. The fiercely independent nation of Quan Bao is isolated, reclusive, and something of a mystery to the rest of the world. It is rumored that there, dragons are not feared as is right and proper, but instead loved and worshipped. Yeva is perhaps a strange emissary to these people, not only because their face has never been seen in public, but because they are a hero born to a birthright that makes them suited for their task, hunting dragons. And so, the dragon hunter must woo Quan Bao's queen, the Lady Suki, to understand what secrets she is hiding. A woman reasonably suspicious of Yeva's intentions and the imperial might of the throne she represents. Suki bears the burden of the safety of her entire people. How can she trust this stranger newly arrived to her court, a weapon forged in blood and fire, to understand what her people need and how best to safeguard their future? So yeah, that sounds promising to me, and again, I haven't read anything by Neon Young yet, but I look forward to reading this one, and honestly, the previous novellas by the author as well. And then still on the 6th of May in the UK, and then on the 13th of May in the US, this is probably in many people's list of most anticipated books of the year, and it is still in mind even though I have read this book already, and this is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. So yeah, The Devils, I had the pleasure of reading this one like 8 months early, and I know that got me some negative and angry comments about reading and reviewing this book early, and honestly, you cannot blame the readers and reviewers for this. I mean, the publishers have sent out the advancing copies. That means it is ready to be read and reviewed. Simple as that. And pre-order always matters a lot to any authors. And that's why I decided to read The Devils. I mean, come on, honestly speaking, if you get The Devils, would you actually decide to postpone reading it for 8 months? I don't think so, right? And yeah, that's what I did. But anyway, this book is awesome. I know there are plenty of reviews for The Devils already. Some loved it very much like I did, some considered it okay, some disliked it very much, but I personally love The Devils. I think if you love the First Law series, there is still a very good chance you will end up loving The Devils as well. Even though this is a different kind of book, it is more action oriented, more cinematic, like kind of it's designed to be made into a movie adaptation, if that makes sense. Movie or TV show adaptation. Miniseries, to be more precise. I think that's better. That's a better adaptation for The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. And some have even mentioned that this is pretty much like Suicide Squad. And I think all of this statement, they are suitable for The Devils, brother Diaz, and also all the crew of The Devils. I love them all. I think they are great characters, and my favorite is honestly Balthazar Sham Ivan Droxy. It is hard to not like this character. So much style and so iconic. But again, I don't want to talk too much about The Devils here. If you want to know my full thoughts in spoiler free, well, I have posted my review of The Devils since last year, and you can check that out. But yeah, this book is about to be released very soon. And hey, I will be posting my interview with Joe Abercrombie really soon as well. My second interview with Joe Abercrombie soon. And yeah, we'll be talking about The Devils, the First Law, and Special Edition in that interview. And I hope many of you will enjoy watching that video. But this book will be out on the 6th of May in the UK, and then on the 13th of May in the US. And then the next book this one is being released on the 13th of May, the same date as The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, and this is another one of my most anticipated debut of this year. This is for Anji Kills the King by Evan Leikam. Nicholas Ibs loved it, and then Christopher Bullman also. I think this one has been pitched to those of us who love reading The Black Tongue Thief or Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ibs, and of course me. I love Black Tongue Thief. I love Kings of the Wild incredibly much. It is one of my favorite books of all time. So of course, I will be reading Anji Kills the King by Evan Leikam as well. Some of you might know the author for his book channels on Bookstagram and also Book Talk, Book Review Kill. I think he's one of the most popular fantasy book talker and also Bookstagrammer. So yeah, this is the premise of Anji Kills the King. An unlikely assassin struggles to escape a legendary bounty hunter in this breakneck fantasy debut that will grab you by the throat. Anji works as a castle servant, doing laundry for a king she hates, so when a rare opportunity presents itself, she seizes the chance to cut his throat. Then she runs for her life. In her wake, the kingdom is thrown into disarray, while a bounty bigger than anyone could imagine lands on her head. On her heels are the fabled mercenaries of the menagerie, whose animal-shaped masks are magical relics rumored to give them superhuman powers. It's the hawk who finds Anji first, a surly, aging swordswoman who has her own reasons for keeping Anji alive and out of the hands of her fellow bounty hunters, if only long enough to collect the reward herself. With the rest of the menagerie on their trail, so begins an alliance as tenuous as it is temporary, and a race against death that will decide Anji's fate and may change the course of a kingdom. You can never escape the deeds of your past, but you can join Anji on the adventure of a lifetime in this knife-edge tale of retribution, revolution, and sheer stubborn determination. I look forward to reading this one for sure. This is just like A Song of Legends Lost by M.H. Ayinde, one of my anticipated debut novel of this year. And then after that, speaking of book talk and also Bookstagram, this book in particular, it is a romantasy that is super popular in the book talk community and also Bookstagram. This is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Now, I don't know too much about this one, but I know many of you who do read romantasy are very excited about this, so I'm putting this in my list of books to spotlight as well. And this is the premise of the book. Sybil Daling has spent 9 years dreaming of having no dreams at all. Like the other founding girls who traded a decade of service for a home in this great cathedral, Sybil is a diviner. In her dreams, she receives visions from 6 unearthly figures known as omens. From them, she can predict terrible things before they occur, and lords and common folk alike travel across the kingdom of charms, windswept moors to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Rude, heretical, and devilishly handsome, the Knight Roderick has no respect for Sybil's visions. But when Sybil's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral's cloister is wrought with peril. Only the gods have the answer she is seeking, and as much as she rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. That was honestly the first time I read the blurb for The Night and the Moth, and that actually sounds kinda intriguing to me. Seriously, the premise is actually pretty good, and I assume these two, of course, will become enemy to lovers or something. But yeah, the premise for the plot is actually pretty good, and I believe right now the book already has like 4.6 average rating out of almost 1,000 ratings, even though the book isn't out yet. So yeah, that's absolutely incredible feat. And then last 2 books to spotlight in today's video. The next one is for Perils of the Past by Kane Williams. This one is being published on the 23rd of May. And again, because this is a debut novel and I haven't read it, so I don't know too much about this one, except that this is supposed to be an action-packed fantasy novel. So this is the blurb. The past lies ahead. Bloodied knuckles, sword cuts, aching limbs with each day of training in a mountain temple. Antarna draws closer to the power she will need if an assassin strikes once more. Never again will she be helpless. When magic ravages the temple, the lives of her friends and the future of the congregation hang by a thread. A rare cure for their grave condition offers hope, and so Antarna braves a return to the city she fled as a child. The journey ahead is fraught with thieves, traders, and tyrants who covet the cure. Lies are as thick as flies. In a desperate race against time, her past may hold vital clues or offer only deeper peril. I did the cover reveal for this one, and again, I hope this book will be as good as the cover art and also as it sounds. And finally, on the 27th of May, this is the last book to spotlight for this month. This is for Return on the Dark by Gavriel K. So yeah, the newest book by Gavriel K, and I think this one will be historical epic fantasy again. It's being published in the month of May. And again, I know many of you know that I have mixed feelings when it comes to Gavriel K's books. I love Tigana. I think that's one of the best standalone fantasy novel, but I have negative opinions regarding The Lions of Al Rasan and also The Sailing to Sarantium. Yeah, those two books. I know that's very unpopular opinion. But again, I'm not completely discontinuing Gavriel K from my list of books to read here. I still want to try A Song of Arbon and maybe Return on the Dark as well. So this is the premise for the novel. Thierry Villard is a well-known, even notorious tavern poet, familiar with rogues and shadows of that world, but not at all with courts and power. He is an unlikely person, despite his quickness to be caught up in the deadly contest of ambitious royals, assassins, and invading armies. But he is indeed drawn into all these things on a savagely cold night in his beloved city of Orane. And so Thierry must use all the intelligence and charm he can muster as political struggles merge with the decades-long war to bring his country to the brink of destruction. As he does, he meets his poetic equal in an aristocratic woman and is drawn to more than one unsettling person with a connection to the world beyond this one. He also crosses paths with an extraordinary young woman driven by voices with him to try to heal the ailing king and help his forces in war. A wide and varied set of people from all walks of life take their places in the rich tapestry of this story. And other than Return on the Dark, I still want to read, of course, the Fionavar Tapestry trilogy by Gavriel K as well. And also, I just remembered that this book, Discovery, the first book in the Strange Eons by J.A.J. Minton, or my fellow booktuber Talking Story, is also coming out in the month of May. I heard a lot of great things about it. The premise of the novel is this. In 1992, at the dawn of the age of technology, disgraced ex-game show host Manny DiMartini schemes for a comeback with a deep-sea television special in the South Pacific. He quickly finds himself in over his head, attracting the attention of a cosmic being who will lead Manny to a television broadcast event much bigger than the entire planet bargained for. Evidence of a slumbering alien in a ruined city at the bottom of the ocean. One look at the monster on TV and humans collectively freak out. The narrative leaps between a cast of unforgettable characters, revealing their connection to cosmic gods who play with their lives. If humanity cannot save itself and the cosmic beings do not have humans' best interests in their cold hearts, humanity will have to pull itself together to prepare for a war that not only threatens Earth but the very fabric of reality. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the 6 noteworthy releases for the month of May. Do let me know which one of this is in your TBR pile, which one of this are you most excited about, or maybe there are some that you think I missed. Let me know which books are in your list of noteworthy books for the month of May. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me today. As always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.